പ്രിയ കലാസ്നേഹികളെ, വിശ്വപ്രസിദ്ധ ആംഗലേയ നാടകകൃത്ത് വില്യം ഷേക്സ്പിയറിൻ്റെ അതിപ്രശസ്തമായ നാടകമാണ് ജൂലിയസ് സീസർ. രാഷ്ട്രീയ അനിശ്ചിതാവസ്ഥകളിലൂടെ കടന്നുപോയ റോമൻ റിപ്പബ്ലിക്കിൻ്റെ വീരനായകനായി മാറിയ ഗായൂസ് ജൂലിയസ് സീസർ ജനങ്ങളുടെ കണ്ണിലുണ്ണിയായി തീർന്നതും അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ വ്യക്തിപ്രഭാവവും നേതൃപാടവവും ഒരു വിഭാഗം സെനറ്റ് അംഗങ്ങളെ അസ്വസ്ഥരാക്കി. അദ്ദേഹം ഒരു ഏകാധിപതിയായി ഭരണം നടത്തുമെന്ന് അവർ ഭയന്നു. സീസറിൻ്റെ സ്നേഹിതനായ മാർക്കസ് ബ്രൂട്ടസിനെ കൂട്ടുപിടിച്ച് അവർ സീസറിനെതിരെ ഗൂഢാലോചന നടത്തി വധിക്കുവാൻ തീരുമാനിക്കുന്നു. ഇതിനെക്കുറിച്ചുള്ള മുന്നറിയിപ്പുകളെല്ലാം സീസർ അവഗണിച്ചു. സെനറ്റിൽ വച്ച് സഹപ്രവർത്തകരുടെ കൈകൊണ്ട് അദ്ദേഹം വധിക്കപ്പെട്ടു. സീസറിൻ്റെ മരണശേഷം റോമിൽ നടന്ന കലാപങ്ങളും ആഭ്യന്തര സംഘർഷങ്ങളും മൂലം റോമൻ റിപ്പബ്ലിക് എന്ന സ്വപ്നത്തിന് തിരശ്ശീല വീണു. പകരം റോമാ സാമ്രാജ്യം ഉദയം ചെയ്തു.
Dear friends, we welcome you to a spectacular journey into the heart of ancient Rome, where power, betrayal, and ambition intertwine in the legendary tragedy of Julius Caesar. Written by the immortal William Shakespeare, this timeless classic delves into the complexities of political intrigue, loyalty, and the price of leadership. Tonight we bring to life the events that shaped the fate of an empire as we explore the tragic fall of a leader and the storm of consequences that follow. Marygiri Public School proudly presents Julius Caesar.
Nor heaven nor earth have been at peace tonight. Thrice hath Calpurnia in her sleep cried out, "Help ho, they murder Caesar." Whose who's within?
My lord?
Go bid the priests do present sacrifice and bring me their opinion of success.
I will, my lord.
What mean you, Caesar? Think you to walk for? You shall not stir out of your house today.
Caesar shall forth. The things that threaten me ne'er look but on my back. When they shall see the face of Caesar, they are vanishing.
Caesar, I never stood on ceremonies. But now they fright me. There is one within. Besides the thing that we have heard and seen, recounts most horrid sights seen by the watch. Violence hath weltered in the streets, and graves have yawned and yielded up their dead. Fierce fiery warriors fought upon the clouds in ranks and squadrons in right form of war, which drizzled blood upon the capital.
What can be avoided whose end is purposed by the mighty gods. Yet Caesar shall go forth. For these predictions are to the world in general as to Caesar.
When beggars die, there are no comets seen. The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes.
Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never tasted death but once. All the wonders that I yet have heard, it seems to me most strange that men should fear. Seeing that death, a necessary end, come when it will come. What say the augurers?
They would not have you to stir forth today. Plucking the entrails of an offering forth, they could not find a heart within the beast.
The gods do this in shame of cowardice. Caesar should be a beast without a heart if he should stay away today through fear. No, Caesar shall not. Danger knows full well that Caesar is more dangerous than he. We are two lions littered in one day, and I, the elder and more terrible. Caesar shall go forth.
Alas, my lord, your wisdom is consumed in confidence. Do not go forth today. Call it my fear that keeps you in the house, and not your own. We'll send Mark Antony to the Senate house, and he shall say you are not well today. Let me upon my knee prevail in this.
Mark Antony shall say I am not well. And for thy humour, I will stay at home. Here's Decius Brutus, he shall tell them so.
Caesar, all hail. But more worthy Caesar, I come to fetch you to the Senate house.
And you are come in very happy time to bear my greetings to the senators and tell them that I will not come today. Cannot is false, and that I dare not falser. I will not come today. Tell them so, Decius.
Say he is sick.
Shall Caesar send a lie? Decius, go tell them Caesar will not come.
Most mighty Caesar, let me know some cause, lest I be laughed at when I tell them so.
The cause is in my will. I will not come. That is enough to satisfy the Senate. But for your private satisfaction, because I love you, I will let you know Calpurnia, here my wife, stays me at home. She dreamed tonight she saw my statua, which like a fountain with 100 spouts did run pure blood. Many lusty Romans came smiling and did bathe their hands in it.
This dream is all misinterpreted. It was a vision, fair and fortunate. Your statue spouting blood in many pipes, in which so many smiling Romans bathed, signifies that from you great Rome shall suck reviving blood, and that great men shall press for tinctures, stains, relics, and cognizance. This by Calpurnia's dream is signified.
In this way have you well expounded it.
I have. When you have heard what I can say. And know it now. The Senate have concluded to give this day a crown to mighty Caesar.
How foolish do your fears seem now, Calpurnia. I am ashamed I did yield to them. Give me my robe, for I will go. Look where Publius has come to fetch me.
Good morrow, Caesar.
What, Brutus, you stirred so early too? Good morrow, Casca. Our sinner, what Metellus, now Trebonius. See, Antony, the rebel's long nights is notwithstanding up. Good morrow, Antony.
Good morrow, noble Caesar.
Good friends, go in and taste some wine with me. And we, like friends, will straightway go together.
Caesar, beware of Brutus. Take heed of Cassius, come not near Casca. Deny to sinner, trust not Trebonius. Mark well Metellus-Cimber. Decius Brutus loves thee not. Thou hast wronged Caius Ligarius. There is but one mind in all these men, and it is bent against Caesar. If thou beest not immortal, look about you. Security gives way to conspiracy. Almighty gods defend thee. Artemidorus.
The Ides of March are come.
Aye, Caesar, but not God.
Desire you to read at your best leisure this his humble suit.
Oh, Caesar, read mine first, for my suit touches Caesar nearer. Read it, great Caesar.
What touches us ourselves should the last served.
Delay not, Caesar. Read it instantly.
What, is the fellow mad?
But urge you your petitions in the street. Come to the Capitol.
I wish your enterprise today may thrive.
What enterprise, Popilius?
Very well.
What's that, Popilius, Lena?
We wish today our enterprise might thrive. I fear our purpose is to discover it.
Look how he makes to Caesar, mark him.
Casca, be certain, for we fear prevention. Brutus, what shall be done? If this be known, Cassius or Caesar never shall turn back, for I will slay myself.
Cassius, be constant. Popilius, Lena speaks not of our purposes, while look, he smiles, and Caesar doth not change.
Julius knows his time. But look you, Brutus. He draws Mark Antony out of the way. Where is Metellus Simba? Let him go and presently prepare his suit to Caesar.
He is addressed. First near and second him.
Casca, you were the first that we had to hand.
Are we all ready? What is now amiss that Caesar and his Senate must redress?
Most high, most mighty, and most puissant Caesar, Metellus Simba throws before thy seat an humble heart.
I must prevent these, Simba. These couchings and these lowly courtesies might fire the blood of ordinary men and turn preordinance and first decree into the law of children. Be not fond to think that Caesar bears such rebel blood. Thy brother by decree is banished. If thou dost bend and pray and fawn for him, I spurn thee like a cur out of my way. No, Caesar doth not wrong, nor without cause will he be satisfied.
Is there no voice more worthy than my own to sound more sweetly in great Caesar's ear for the repealing of my banished brother?
I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Caesar. Desiring thee that Publius Simba may have an immediate freedom of repeal.
What? Brutus?
Pardon, Caesar, Caesar, pardon. As low as to thy foot doth Cassius fall to beg enfranchisement for Publius Simba.
I could be well moved if I were as you. If I could pray to move, prayers would move me. But I am constant as the northern star, whose true fixed and resting quality there is no fellow in the firmament. But I am constant Simba should be banished, and constant to remain to keep himself. Oh, Caesar, wilt thou lift up Olympus?
Great Caesar.
Doth not Brutus bootless kneel? Spear hands for me!
Et tu, Brute!
Liberty! Freedom! Tyranny is dead! Run hence! Proclaim! Cry it about the streets!
Some to the common pulpits and cry out, liberty, freedom, and enfranchisement!
People and senators, be not afraid! Stand still! Go to the pulpit, Brutus, and Cassius too!
Stand fast together.
Not out of standing! Where is Antony?
Fled to his house amazed. Men, wives, and children stare, cry out, and run as it were doomsday.
Soup, Romans, soup. And let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood. Then walk we forth even to the marketplace, and waving our red weapons o'er our heads, let's all cry peace, freedom, and liberty.
Stoop then and wash.
Well, shall we forth?
Aye, every man away.
Brutus shall lead, and we will grace his heels with the most boldest and best hearts of Rome.
Soft. Who comes here? Welcome, Mark Antony.
Caesar, dost thou lie so low? Are all thy conquests, glories, triumphs, spoils, shrunk to this little measure? Fare thee well.
I know not, gentlemen, what you intend. I do beseech ye, if you bear me hard, now, whilst your purpled hands do reek and smoke, fulfill your pleasure.
Go, Antony. Beg not your death of us. Though now we must appear bloody and cruel, our hearts you see not. They are pitiful. For your part, to you our swords have leaden points, Mark Antony.
Your voice shall be as strong as any man's in the disposing of new dignities. I doubt not of your wisdom.
Let each man render me his bloody hand.
First, Marcus Brutus, will I shake with you. Next, Caius Cassius, do I take your hand. Friends, I lie with you all. Love you all. Upon this hope that you shall give me reasons why and wherein Caesar was dangerous.
Our reasons are so full of good regard that were you, Antony, the son of Caesar, you should be satisfied.
What I seek. And am moreover suitor that I may produce his body in the marketplace. In the pulpit, he becomes a friend. Speak in the order of his funeral.
You shall, Mark Antony. Mark Antony. Here, take you Caesar's body. You shall not in your funeral speech blame us, but speak all good you can devise of Caesar and say you do it by our permission.
Be it so. I do desire no more.
Prepare the body then, and follow us.
Pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruin of the noblest man that ever lived in the tide of time. Woe to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds now do I prophesy. A curse shall light upon the limbs of men. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all the parts of Italy. Caesar's spirit ranging for revenge with Ate by his side, come hot from hell, shall in these confines with a monarch's voice cry havoc. And let slip the dogs of war.
public reasons shall be rendered of Caesar's death.
The noble Brutus is ascended! Silence!
Be patient till the last. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect for mine honor that you may believe. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar, to him I say that Brutus' love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves? Or that Caesar were dead to live all free men? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any, speak, for him have I offended. Who is here so vile that will not love his country? If any, speak, for him have I offended. I pause for a reply.
None, Brutus!
None!
Then none have I offended. Here comes his body, mourned by Mark Antony. With this I depart, that as I slew my best lover for the good of Rome,
Caesar's better parts will be crowned in Brutus!
We'll bring him to his house with shouts and clamors!
my countrymen!
Peace! Silence!
Peace!
Brutus speaks!
Peace!
Good countrymen, let me depart alone, and for my sake stay here with Antony. Do grace to Caesar's corpse, and grace his speech tending to Caesar's glories.
Stay home! We'll hear Mark Antony!
We'll hear him! Noble Antony! Go on!
For Brutus' sake, I am beholden to you.
What does he say of Brutus?
He says for Brutus' sake, he finds himself beholding to us all.
Twere better.
Let it be no harm of Brutus here! This Caesar was a tyrant! That's certain! We're blessed that Rome is rid of him!
You gentle Roman.
Peace! Let us hear him!
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus have told you Caesar was ambitious. If it was so, it was a grievous fault. Grievously hath Caesar answered it. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral, my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honorable man.
When that the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious. Brutus is an honorable man.
I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? Judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason.
Bear with me. My heart is there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
Methinks there is much reason in his sayings, if thou consider rightly of the matter. Caesar has had a great wrong.
Has he, masters? I fear there will a worse come in his place.
Mark ye his words. He would not take the crown. Therefore, it is certain he was not ambitious.
There's not a nobler man in Rome than Antony.
But here's a parchment, the seal of Caesar. I found it in his closet. 'Tis his will. Let but the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. They would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds and dip their napkins in his sacred blood. Yea, beg a hair of him for memory, and dying mention it within their will. Have patience, gentle friends, I must not read it. It is not meet you know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men. And being men, hearing the will of Caesar, it will inflame you, it will make you mad. I fear I wrong the honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it. They were traitors. You will compel me then to read the will. Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar and let me show you him that made the will. Shall I descend, and will you give me leave? Stand far off. You all do know this mantle. Look, in this place ran Cassius' dagger through. Oh, see what a rent the envious Casca made. Through here the well-beloved Brutus stabbed. As he plucked his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar followed it. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, O ye gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. Oh, this was the most unkindest cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stabbed, ingratitude, more strong than traitors' arms, quite vanquished him. Then burst his mighty heart, and in his mantle muffling up his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood, great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen. And I and you and all of us fell down, whilst bloody treason flourished over us. Kind soul, what weep you when you but behold our Caesar's vesture wounded? But you're here! Here is himself, marred as you see with traitors.
Oh, piteous spectacle.
Oh, noble Caesar!
Stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator, as Brutus is. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourselves do know. Show you sweet Caesar's wounds, poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, and Brutus Antony, ere were an Antony would ruffle up your spirits and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar's that should move the stones of Rome to rise and mutiny! Yet hear me, countrymen! Yet hear me speak! Why, friends, you go to do you know not what?
And under Caesar's seal, to every Roman citizen he gives, to every several man, 75 drachmas. Moreover, he hath left you all his walks, private arbors, and new planted orchards on this side Tiber. He hath left them you, and here was a Caesar, when comes such another?